Good morning, students. Today's topic is biology of exotic fishes by Dr. Yogita Ninama. First, we describe about what is exotic fishes and their example. Exotic fishes are those species that are non-indigenous. Non-indigenous means they are not native, having their origin in another country and has been introduced into the Indian waters. They generally have established culture, technologies, and the economics of production and marketability. For such proven exotic species, there is a strong argument for their introduction and transplantation. Because exotic species have some advantages and also disadvantages, but the problem often faced is whether it is necessary to introduce such exotic species and what are the procedures and precautions to be taken to prevent probable undesirable consequences. Characters. Exotic fishes have some unique characters. They are fast grower, so as to compensate the dearth of protein as food, should fulfill the need because of the absence of a similar desirable species in the locality, because any other species are not found in place, compatible and should not compete with valuable native species leading to its decline, should not undergo cross breeding with native species and produce undesirable hybrids. This species devoid of pest, parasites or disease, so that this may not attack the native species. Exotic fishes should live and reproduce in equilibrium with the new environment and should not cause any adverse ecological effects. These species are hardy, easy to handle and have other usefulness. For example, grass carp clears the pond of weeds and its excreta fertilizes the pond water. Exotic species have proven technologies of culture and good economic viability. Culture of exotic fishes and their roles. The first batch of exotic fishes was introduced by McClover in 1874. He introduced two cold water fishes, the tench Taenia taenia and golden carp Carassius carassius, into the Ot lake. Subsequently, from time to time, a number of exotic species have been transplanted into the Indian waters to serve various purposes. Some exotic fishes example are gourami, tilapia, this is carnivorous fish, scale carp, called Cyprinus carpio, grass carp, silver carp, nilotica. Nilotica is origin is Thailand. Silver carp is from Hong Kong, and tilapia is also from Thailand. Gourami is from Singapore. So these species are not native; they are from other country. Another example is mirror carp from Nepal, big head carp from Nepal, black carp from China, African magur, Thailand. So these are exotic fishes. They are from other countries. Their origin is out of sight, but they are comes here for culture. Example, tilapia. Tilapia is introduced in India to control insect and remove malaria. Gourami is also for control insect and aquatic weeds. Crabs or carp are also feed on aquatic weeds. So this is also important exotic fishes. So many Common exotic fishes were brought from India and other countries. Three exotic fishes are Cyprinus carpio, Ctenopharyngodon idella, and third is Hypothalamicthys molitrix is in our syllabus. First, we describe about Cyprinus carpio. Cyprinus carpio is a common carp, also called European carp, widespread freshwater fish of eutrophic waters in lakes and large rivers in Europe and Asia. Body elongated and somewhat compressed as in diagram. Lips thick, two pairs of barbels at angle of mouth, barbels shorter ones on the upper lip, dorsal fin base long with 17 to 22 branch raised and a strong toothed spine in front, dorsal fin outlined concave anterior, anal fin with 6 to 7 soft rays, posterior edge of the third dorsal and anal fin spines with sharp spinals. Fin, there are many fins: dorsal fins, pectoral fins, pelvic fins, anal fins. Another character is lateral line with 32 to 38 scales. Lateral line is in the middle of the fish. Pharyngeal teeth 5:5 teeth with flattened crowns. Color variable. Wild carp are brownish green on the back and upper sides, shading to golden yellow ventrally, and fins are dusky ventrally with a reddish tinge. Golden carp are bred for ornamental purpose. In first diagram, we also show their fins. Dorsal fin, this is dorsal fin, upper fin, anal fin, this is pelvic fin, this is barbels. So this distinguished character identified fish. This is Cyprinus carpio. Next fish is Ctenopharyngodon idella. This called grass carp. This is herbivorous freshwater fish species of the family Cyprinidae, native to eastern Asia with an original range from northern Vietnam to the Amur River on the Siberia-China border. Asian carp is only species of the genus Ctenopharyngodon. The grass carp grows very rapidly. Young fish stock in the spring at 20 cm. Will reach over 45 cm. The average length is about 60 to 100 cm. The maximum length is 2 meter and they grow to 45 kg. So this is very important exotic carp. Third is Hypothalamicthys molitrix. This is called silver carp. This is also freshwater cyprinid fish, a variety of Asian carp native to China and eastern Siberia. Although a threatened species in its natural habitat, it has long been cultivated in China. Body laterally compressed and deep, ventral keel extending from isthmus to anus. Head large, eyes small on ventral side of head, gill raker sponge-like. Dorsal fin with 8 rays, no adipose fin, anal fin with 13 to 15 rays, lateral line with 83 to 125 scales. Silver carp are known to jump out of the water to escape threats. It is a big fish. This behavior by such large fish can injure boaters, kayaks and damage boats and onboard equipments by outcompeting native fish species for food and habitat. Carp may reduce the population of native fish that are so important to anglers. So this is about 3 fishes which are in our syllabus. Some fishes, example tilapia. Tilapia is the carnivorous species. This is also uh, very important fish, and its growth is very fast. But this exotic fishes impacts our environment. Some advantages are uh, if tilapia and nilotica and African magur, but some advantages, so also disadvantages also occurs. Advantages is they spawn in confined water, they are highly fecund and produce a large number of fry, grow quickly, can be cultured in shallow seasonal water bodies, resistance to pesticides and other toxicants, tolerate to a wide range of temperature and salinity. But disadvantage also present. Their prolific breeding surpasses the carrying capacity of the learning to stunning of individuals. Many indigenous species which grow in shallow seasonal water bodies and ditches then do not require annual stocking, that they grow quickly. So although exotic fishes have advantages and disadvantages, some impacts of exotic fishes on environment are here. Some points we discuss in our topic. About 12 exotic species have been introduced in any country. Example, silver carp, Thai Pegasus and Thai serpente are popular for the low market price. These exotic species are cultured extensively in every year. Tilapia and Nilotica. These fishes are harmful to biodiversity of indigenous fish environment due to their ability to feed from a multitude of necks, subsequently competing with most native species for food, for habitat by their territorial characteristics, as well as reportedly feeding on young fish too. Tilapia is feeding on young fish. Exotic species of silver carp, grass carp and common carp can contribute to increase aquaculture production by utilizing vacant necks as phytoplankton, aquatic plants and benthos respectively. In addition, these exotics are able to fully utilize nutrients in the water during the cold period November to February, when metabolism of endemic species affected by low water temperature. Accordingly, growing period can be extended to full year. This can significantly contribute to food security of the country. So, Cyprinus carpio, common carp, Ctenopharyngodon idella, grass carp, Hypothalamicthys, molitrix, silver carp. All 3 fishes are good for environment and also for food, but the genetically eroded silver carp represent an increased danger to biodiversity, as its competition for food to endemic species is high. Here we discuss about silver carp. This is competing with native fish species for food. So this is also fourth topic of worry. Clarius and Pangasis species eat almost everything, whichever they encounter. They not only feed on indigenous fishes and domestic ducklings but also on snails and birds that are killed and supplied by the cultivators. So, introduction of exotic species is danger for also biodiversity. So, some precautions be applied for exotic fishery. First precaution is information on the biology of alien species. Alien species means exotic species, and their probable impact on the indigenous biodiversity has to be evaluated on a pilot scale before listing as probable for introduction. Second is strict quarantine before entry into a new country. Whenever we introduce exotic species, we know about all information. Dominantly herbivorous species should get preference in selection for culture, like grass carp. No pesticides should be allowed in any open water or natural aquatic ecosystems. Indigenous species should be preferred for stocking and given similar treatment as given to exotic. Increasing exotic fish production in the introduced environment for filling food purpose, but environment condition is also necessary. So conclusion is that it is quite unfortunate that long term and even short term adverse effects were not considered while introducing this invasive species. The excessive fecundity and growth rate of this species created pressure on the carrying capacity of the habitat and the ecosystem balance itself by reducing the indigenous species diversity and population. So, the indigenous species of an ecosystem evolves after a long history of evolutionary process. Hence, it is extremely interlinked and balanced with all the local biotic and abiotic factors. The indigenous species is no way replaceable with the alien invasive.